was not a bad night. Still got some coals in the stove. Put my socks on last night. All right, just a little wind going out there. I'm gonna make some bacon, make some coffee. and blow this place. Get out of here. Nice day out. There's our wood processing station from earlier. What a wonderful day. Gorgeous day. Hung our food there. It's not really bear safe distance or anything like that, but there's no bears out now, so I'm more worried about maybe raccoon or something. They're out. Here's this wood we've been cutting up. Now that it's a little brighter out, I can take a better look at the tree and everything. The tree fell from right over there. That's a yellow birch right there. That's a hemlock. I don't know. I think that this over here is a black birch. I'm not sure. I'm not sure now. Could also be some kind of a maple. It still looks really birchy to me though. For some reason it looks a lot like a black birch. But, or another birch species. The birch right over there, similar looking tree. Oh yeah, we have black birch, white birch paper, I think it's white, and yellow birch. So, but it could be something else. Could be something else, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Burned fantastic. Burned just fantastic. Maybe if anybody out there knows a species of wood, let me know in the comments. Just let me know. As I'm not, all I have is really a top of a tree and the rest over there. And it's dead. Alright, so let me know what you think the wood is. Our mystery wood that kept us warm last night and burned fantastic. There it is. So let us know. Okay. We'll keep on going. We saw just some of this stuff. Okay. A little more. I have a nice piece here. We'll saw this off. As I said, if anybody has a positive idea on this wood, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Narrow it down, black, birch, or some kind of maple. That's my narrowing it down. But if you all know out there for certain, let me know. Okay, that should be plenty. If we need more, we know where it is. The Mora hatchet, which has been doing a great job. Been getting less scuffed up than I thought it would. Splitting. Thought this plastic would get all gouged up badly. Some scratches on it, but I'm kind of surprised so far. Split's okay too. It's actually it's a pretty good splitter for small stuff like this. The profile is pretty thin, and you know, it wasn't that bad of a chopper. It glanced on me once, but I was on a precarious little tiny slope there with the river right there. At one point, y'all didn't see it, my foot actually went into the water, went right through the snowbank. So, other than that one little glance, it did a great job. Has a nice wide back for the impact for this type of batoning or battening. Wide back like that makes it easy for me to hit it. It's doing a great job. I may carry this more with me now. Got it during Christmas. Never got a chance to use in the field. It's not that heavy either. Handle felt okay. Little sheath, which I keep afraid I'm going to lose. It's not much to it, but it's all right. It did the job. It didn't come undone. A knot or something right here. There's a knot. It's all right. You still got 3 pieces of wood out of it. great. It's really awesome for this type of batoning. It's really good. It's nice, easy to hit. This is my preferred. See a stick. Or you can do it like this too. Yeah, this is not quite as with this snow, it's kind of iffy. It worked, but the snow, it pounds down into the snow a bit. So for some reason, this tends to work very good when you're doing this type of batoning. It's just you can put it like this, balance it on this very precarious little thing. You don't have to bam, bam, hit it too hard, and that stays stable. So it's a good methodology to use, especially for small wood. Hey, we'll grab this for a log. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to head this in, make ourselves some of that bacon. It's even prettier during the day. Use the same sled methodologies last night. Obviously, too much wood you can tear. Maybe you tear your pad if you really pile drive it up there. There's one pro to closed cell pad. Hey, even if you tore it in half or something stupid like that, it still work. I don't know. I've never torn one in half doing this, so wild speculation. There we go. And this is the same thing as before. Use a pad to sit on. Put the wood on this. And then that's the process. Get the rest of the wood. We get the rest of the wood over here. We get the stove going. There's still some actual. The metal was warm, so. But those we're going to reignite it. Lots of coals still in here from last night. That's pretty good. Excellent wood. Excellent wood. Even a small firebox that's hardly airtight can sometimes hold coals for an entire night. Doesn't mean it added much to the overall temperature of the shelter as I slept, but there are the coals just the same. Let's stoke the stove, get it running. Well, it's smoking on its own without even me putting any fire starter in there and lighting it. I have a feeling this is just going to go up on its own. That's always cool. That's always cool. I may put some cotton balls in there just have the fun of a ferro rod fire. Well, I'd better hurry up. It may catch on fire before I get a chance to light it on fire. And it's too late. It's burning on its own. Oh well, I guess no ferro rod fire for me. But that's cool that this stove, which is hardly airtight and is fairly small, was able to hold coals good enough to ignite. The next wood on its own. It's kind of nice. Doesn't always happen, but I like when I see it. Man, is it warm in here. It's one advantage of having wood heat is you open up the door to cool the place down. You don't do that with oil. Now in the past we've discussed various grinds for cutting bacon. And I think this time we're moving into convex. It's a convex ground knife. And we'll see how that cuts the sacred bacon in relation to other grinds. We'll find out. I think we've already worked a Scandinavian grind, and we did a Swiss Army knife. It's like kind of like a V grind type thing. I don't know. I don't know what actually the Swiss Army knife grind is called, but it doesn't matter. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Let's try it again. Oh, like butter. Wow, that was amazing. Well, convex looks to be one of the better grinds for this type of work. I mean, Scandinavian wasn't bad either, but it kind of hangs up in the bacon for a mite, like digs in and then slices through like that. So it's like it bites in and saws its way through. So delicately though. It's not like it goes right through. Well, that was quite satisfactory. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think that's enough bacon though. I think I need more. Whoa. I don't know if you can see or not. That's shaving sharp. Wow. That's crazy sharp. I like convex. Convex ground knives are easy to sharpen. The edge holds up fairly well. It's not prone to chipping. I mean, I like Scandi too, but convex is is one of my favorite grinds because it's one that I can easily hand sharpen to shaving sharp without any real difficulties. That's kind of why I like it. The channel takes the cooking of the sacred bacon very seriously. Our snow is melting. A lot of our water came from melting snow. There's a river right there, but the banks of the river are iced over on the banks with snow, so I don't really totally know where the riverbank begins and the snowpack ends. So it's just easier for me to go out and grab the water in the form of snow right outside the shelter and then just let it melt. So it's been working for me pretty good, and I have almost unlimited energy with the stove, so I can just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. As the sacred bacon cooks, let's go over a couple of the gear items we used on this outing. Let's see what we have. The Mora Hatchet. You know, I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed. Sheath is very simple, but it worked. It stayed on and protected my pack from the edge. Profile is very thin. It's fairly comfortable in the hand, and it's lightweight. I'll put the weight up. I was impressed. I was really impressed. Even though it had a thin profile, for batoning, where I split and use the baton to drive it through rather than smack it, highly effective. The number one reason is I've got this really wide back area to hit. So it was very effective for a splitter, and it did okay job working over that wood, which we're using right now. So I'm going to be carrying this some more. This is the First trip out with the Mora hatchet. I was very pleased. I think it's going out with me a lot more. I mean, it's not a full-size axe, but for a little hatchet, I'm kind of happy with it. The Backwoods Power Solution lithium ion kept everything going that I needed. Kept, well, it's the reason why you're seeing me right now. So this did very good. I did a review on this do-it-yourself little kit. Jeff White. He calls this his curly maple back when I bought this. 1/8 inch thick. I think I only spent like $45 on this thing. It's of his 1/8 inch thicker stock, $10.95. Wild sharp. Wild sharp. I mean, it's just a really good knife. I used it a lot. I mean, for this particular outing, all I did with it was, hold on a second. This is very important. All I did with it was cut the sacred bacon. What I usually use this knife for is for batoning or battening. That's what I usually use it for, because it's got a wide, pretty wide blade as far as the actually length. Width isn't bad either. So it's kind of a long, little whitish blade. A lot of surface area to strike on with a very comfortable handle. I believe it's now sold through the Pathfinder School under a different name for more money. Well, nothing against that, but when I bought it, it also did not come with a sheath, so maybe that's why it's a little extra money on the Pathfinder School. The sheath I got is from Robert Jones, and I wet formed it. And there we go. Good knife. Very good knife. Excellent knife. And the Nightcore NU20. This is in high color rendition. I think 219B LED. And it's USB rechargeable, and I recharged it using the Backwoods lithium-ion power solution. We're actually doing a whole review on this, so look for that. Alright, so that's the gear items we used. The sacred bacon is done. I don't want it too crispy. Here's, of course, here's the part of, put a little water on a little bit. Here's the part where I gotta be careful. I want to eat the bacon really bad, but the bacon is hot. So I gotta wait a minute. That's the worst part. Yeah. Came out good. Perfect. Not too crispy, not underdone, at least how I like it. Excellent. Alright, I need to we gotta pack this all up and get out of here after we finish the sacred bacon and our coffee. Excellent. Really good. When the weather's not too crazy, not too windy, you get some nice sun, I like to lay out the kit. And that's a lot of kit. Can't believe I carried all that. But I did. I like to open up the shelter. Stick and tie it back, the doors. I have a reason for this. The reason being, when I go take out the stove and the pipe, less chance of me burning the steel nylon and cutting it with the sharp edges of the pipe or the stove itself. It wouldn't take much for Gus to pick up and flop these doors back on me and wrap it around the stove and melt it. So I lock them open. It also allows the shelter kind of air out. Let the stove run down, air out the shelter, dry out the canopy. And as it's airing out, I'll be organizing my kit, getting it ready to go. And then I'll slide the stove out. And the final part is I'll remove the wood, or I can remove the wood first before I slide the stove out. It doesn't really matter. Another reason for doing this is sometimes I change my mind. I have everything out. I mean, look at this place. I mean, just look at it. Do I really want to go back? You know, you're in places like this. Do you really want to go back? And occasionally, the answer is no, I don't. So I put all the kit back in, I stay another night. That's another reason for leaving the stove. If the stove's all set up and everything's there, at any time I can just change my mind and say, you know something? I'm not going back. And just throw all the kit back in. But once the stove's down, disassembled and everything, that's kind of the point of, for me, no return. Unless some weather condition or something makes me stay. That water. It's a little tricky getting to it though. All the bank is like that. It's all undercut. So I melted the snow. It's easier. Let me show you how I remove the stove from the shelter once you have the gear organized. I love the sun beating down on it. Kind of pulls all the vapor out of it, all the water, as the snow is slowly melting that we're floating on. It's now time to move the stove out. We'll get rid of the ashes. Now these ashes, we're going to kick some snow on it, stuff it out, but they're going to return all the minerals that we took from the environment, give it back to the environment where they belong. Renewable carbon, no fossil fuels are used. It's all part of the local cycle. Well, we're ready to go. Get the snowshoes on. Packs on. We're out of here. And once again, if you like what you've seen, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and y'all have a real good day.